Picture this. You arrive at your sister's engagement party, heart pounding with hope for a rare moment of family warmth, only to find your name scratched onto a crumpled note, relegating you to a shadowed corner by the service door. Invisible. That was the instant I, Clara Vinton, 32, from a windswept town outside Denver, realized my family hadn't just ignored me. They'd banished me. And what I unleashed next? It burned their fragile empire to the ground. Before we dive in, if you've ever faced betrayal from those you trusted most, make sure to subscribe. You're not alone. And here, we share stories of survival, strength, and second chances. I grew up in the suffocating shadow of my younger sister, Nora, 28, the untouchable jewel of our family. A luxury SUV for her 16th birthday, a summer in Barcelona for self-discovery. Parents who worshipped her every glance. Nora was their obsession. I was the eldest, chained to duty, expected to pave the way, to sacrifice, to swallow the bitterness. My acceptance to a community college drew a dismissive, "At least it's cheap," from my mother. But when Nora landed a prestigious internship in Chicago, my father framed her offer letter like a trophy. I carved a life in the margins. I toiled at a coffee shop, drove a rattling pickup, and left home the moment I could scrape together a deposit. No one called. My birthdays dissolved into silence, save for a barista's fleeting kindness. I buried hope deep. When Nora's engagement party invitation arrived, I braced myself. Show up, stay invisible, slip out before the toasts. But this glittering night wasn't just a celebration. It was a coiled trap, ready to snap. The venue pulsed with danger. Candlelight flickering like a warning, roses hiding thorns. I scanned the guest list, dread tightening my throat, and found my name scrawled on a note by the service entrance, paired with a wobbly chair in a dim alcove. No place setting, no welcome, just a stained napkin. A shiver crawled down my spine as Nora's friend Lila smirked from the crowd, her gaze sharp as a shard of glass. The boring sister, she'd sneered at a family gathering. Now her glance was a guillotine, swift and cruel. I slipped toward the private lounge, pulse hammering, praying it was a mistake. Nora lounged in a silk dress, her dark hair crowned with a sapphire clip that glinted like a predator's eye. "Clara, you came," she purred, voice slick with indifference. I held up the crumpled note. "My seat's by the service door." She flicked her wrist, unconcerned. "Space was tight. You're not hosting, not engaged. I figured you'd want quiet." Her words were a slow dripping venom. "You don't really belong here anymore," she said. My mother, lingering nearby, gave a curt nod. "Clara, don't stir trouble. You're old enough to handle it." A buried secret ignited, sharp and lethal. In late-night diner chats, Nora had mocked her fiancé's mother, Evelyn, calling her a meddling tyrant who'd never control me after tonight. I'd locked those words away, until now. Evelyn glided toward my shadowed alcove, her smile a veiled blade. "Odd," she hissed, voice low and cutting, "a sister tucked away like a discarded coat. Do you even know Nora?" Her words aimed to unravel me, but I leaned closer, voice steady as steel. "Funny you say that, Evelyn. Nora told me she'd rather cancel the party than let you speak tonight. Said you're a tyrant, that she's just humoring you until the ring's on her finger." Evelyn's eyes darkened, a storm brewing. The air crackled with unspoken rage. She turned, heels clicking like a countdown, and stalked toward Nora. I hadn't planned to act, but the truth surged free. I lifted a glass, voice slicing the murmurs. "Attention, please." The room froze, eyes pinning me, Nora's face strained, fear cracking her flawless mask. Nora told Evelyn her speech would ruin the night, I said, each word a spark. She called her a meddler, said she'd cut ties once the engagement was sealed. Whispers slithered through the guests. Evelyn faced Nora, her voice a low snarl. Is this true? Nora stumbled, words collapsing. Her fiancé, Owen, stepped forward, eyes cold. I can't trust a future built on shadows, he said, his voice a final verdict. I turned to the gift table, where my offering, a handcrafted locket etched with Nora and Owen's initials, sat among gilded boxes. I'd spent weeks designing it, a flicker of loyalty now extinguished. Since I'm not family, I said, voice resolute, this has no place here. I gripped the locket and walked out, the glass doors sealing shut like a tomb. The night air bit my skin, sharp and cleansing. I wasn't shattered or vengeful. I was unbound. Nora's perfect night imploded, not by my hand, but by the weight of her own lies. Sometimes claiming your place means torching the past. That night, I shed my chains. I was Clara Vinton, and I was enough.